Welcome back, everyone. It is just past 6:20, which means it's time to take a look at your money. So rising prices have forced many Americans to become more disciplined and creative in how they stretch their household budgets. And one of the most popular methods has been using buy now, pay later.
In 2025, eMarketer reports that 91.5 million Americans, they use the buy now, pay later method. And that's a pretty big spike, up 86% since 2021. So this year, the number of Americans using this method is expected to jump once again to nearly 97 million.
So we've got our financial advisor, Mark Revacheski, joining us live, and he's going to break it down for us. How you doing, Mark?
Hey, I'm doing well. Good to see you, Emma and Joe.
Hey, we're happy to see you. You know what, the one thing I'm asking, why do I have you in studio with me today? But we'll get to that a little bit later. For those who may not be familiar with this buy now, pay later way, Mark, can you explain to us a little bit more about what exactly this is?
Sure, yeah. The buy now, pay later is a short-term financing option that allows consumers to make point-of-sale installment loans on their purchases, and you can use this service, whether you're shopping online or actually going to your favorite local physical store. The key element, though, Joe, is that buy now, pay later providers offer short term fixed loans with either low or no interest financing. Now, one of the more popular payment providers is a company called Klarna. Now, Klarna has partnered with nearly 800,000 merchants worldwide, including major U.S. retailers such as Amazon, Walmart, and Target. But there are a number of other popular buy now, pay later providers to choose from.
Okay, so Joe and I were talking a little bit about this earlier when we saw what the topic was going to be. And he kind of related it to almost being like a credit card. So how does buy now, pay later different from actually using a credit card?
The biggest problem, with credit cards, is that very high rate of interest you're charged if you don't pay off your balance every month. Right now, the average interest rate being charged to consumers on that outstanding balance on their credit card is almost 21%. But buy now, pay later allows you to obtain a short term loan without paying any interest. For example, let's say you go to the store, you make $100 purchase using buy now, pay later. You'll immediately pay 25% or $25 in our example as a down payment. The remaining $75 will be paid off in $25 increments every 2 weeks, or in some cases monthly, until the total $100 purchase price is paid in full. As long as you make your payments on time, you're not charged any interest. However, if you are late or you do miss a payment date, you are subject to those late charges and interest payments.
Okay, Mark, and one of the things that me and Emma were talking about as well, neither of us have used the buy now, pay later method at all. So when we're asking you for the consumer's purposes, what are the things that they need to be aware of when it comes to this method in general?
Well, as we just kind of mentioned, one of the, I guess, detriments to credit cards is that very high rate of interest. But a major benefit of credit cards is the substantial amount of consumer protections and laws that are on our books that protect cardholders. Unfortunately, many of those consumer rights and benefits don't always carry over to the buy now, pay later industry. And that is one of the more common complaints that's being heard. So if you have to deal with some type of fraud or billing error, or maybe you simply just want to return that item to the store that you purchased, buy now, pay later can be a much more time consuming and difficult process. And in the meantime, as you're trying to resolve all these issues, you're still expected to make your scheduled payments.
Interesting. Okay.
We appreciate you for clearing that up for us.
Yeah, I feel like I've learned a lot this morning. Thank you so much, Mark.
We'll
All
see
right.
you next.
Both of you have a great rest of the week, and see you next Monday.
Sounds
See you
good,
next
brother.
Monday.
Take care.
And we'll be back in just a few minutes.